Right? Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday noon Eastern time in fabulous Miami, Florida, where we are recovering from Hurricane Irma. Notice our boards are off of the walls and windows. The pool didn't quite overflow. We have a little sporadic cell problems from time to time, and not all the phones are working everywhere, and a lot of the lights are still out, for the street lights, and debris is piled up everywhere in every direction. But other than that, everybody's doing really good. Everybody's got a great attitude, and compare that to the poor people of Puerto Rico. Oh my God, I was just watching that on the news, and is the dog okay? I was watching it on the news, and I can't, because I lived there for like 5 years, and I know that area well, and I know how those people are, and he's fine as long as he's not chewing on something. And so it just broke my heart. I mean, you start thinking I'm worried about my dog in this fabulous office, and imagine these people in Puerto Rico are, they have like their dogs and their cats and their babies and people that are on ventilators and old people that need, oxygen, and then they need medical supplies and insulin, and they finally got gas to these people that are going to this hospital that's treating 12 kids that are on ventilators that have to have oxygen. It's just horrible. And so I'm sure you guys have been watching it, but we took some of the pictures, but look at this. It's just unbelievable. It's just ripping up roads like that. Hey, baby, you can come up on the sofa. And look at this, completely demolished. Like this gas station. And it's so, so sad, because the people there are just so happy. They just want to live life and enjoy the beach and have a simple life. They're not like New York, crazy to make money and do all that. They just want to have a simple, fabulous life and make a great income for themselves. And look at this poor house. It's just terrible. But I'm upset because I'm thrilled with FEMA. They've done an amazing job. But let's give credit where it's due. FEMA was a disaster after Katrina. And then when Obama came into office, he reorganized FEMA, and they handled every natural disaster really well. And those systems are still in place, and that's why it's working well in the U.S., in Florida, and in Houston, because the systems are in place, and it's working well, and they have good leadership at FEMA. But they didn't have systems in place for the Caribbean so much, because there were no natural disasters during the Obama administration, or even the one before, any major ones. So they didn't have the systems in place. So they don't have the systems in place, and the place is falling apart. It's been 6 or 7 or 8 days, and they haven't even launched the big rescue ship. There's a picture of it, but there's a big boat with the Red Cross signs on it. They haven't even sent the hospital down there that's on that big boat. And then there's this stupid law that was 100 years ago that you can't take product to another island. American ship. Well, they waived that for Houston. They waived that for that. FBI's.
I gotta start all over, I think.
Hold on. Let's see.
Let's see if we can just pick up where we left off.
I think we're good.
Okay, we're back. I told you we have sporadic service here since the hurricane. Plus, I think, my big mouth shorts things out. But anyway, so I'm so upset that they're not allowing all of these ships that are in the Caribbean Sea to just go and deliver goods to Puerto Rico over some bureaucratic, stupid decision that hasn't been made in Washington, D.C. They could have had... There are tons of boats and vessels in the Caribbean that could deliver things, and they could have been delivering them the last 6 or 7 days. And then the president gets on TV and calls it the Atlantic Ocean. It's a big ocean, and it's an island. It's right out in the big middle of that big ocean. It's really hard to get to. Really? Well, just get some planes going. They have, they could put those ships there where the little planes can land on them. They can land in St. Thomas. The airport is open, or one of the other islands, St. Martin, or whichever one it is. And they could release these boats that are in the area to start taking goods to these people that are starting to die, that have no air conditioning. They have no food, they have no water, they have no gas, they have no medical supplies, they are up to their waist in water, and I can't take it anymore. So, if you have any way of helping, go online and figure it out. There's a million ways that you can help. You know, you can donate money, you can, I don't know how to get the goods there, but there are ways. So, you need to do that. So,
Everyone's agreeing.
Get off the sub. No, they're agreeing.
Preach it, Leah.
I'm just so upset. Hello, Trump. Just waive the stupid law. You waived it for Florida. You waived it for, Houston. It makes you wonder, is it because they're red states and they voted for you and Puerto Rico didn't, so therefore you're going to punish them? Or is it because they're not white with blonde hair and blue eyes? I don't know what the excuse is. There is no excuse. There are tons of ships in that area, in the Caribbean Sea, not the Atlantic, and it's a big sea with a big little island in the middle of it. We got it. Now send the boats down there. They're American citizens, and I don't want to hear about they're in debt right now. They're in debt. They're trying to get their next sip of water. Forget their debt right now. I can't. Spend that golf money on them. Just spend that money or going to play golf on them. I can't anymore.
Didn't have a problem taking those private jets. Why can't they?
Yeah, Price can take the private jets. You can't get a jet down there. I mean, one of the football teams, the Packers, I think it was, sent their private jet and their players down there. Mark Cuban is sending his people down there. People are sending their private stuff because this government that these people from Puerto Rico pay taxes to, and if they're in debt, maybe we should take some responsibility for helping them set up an infrastructure and put systems in place to help them get out of debt instead of withholding food. I mean, that's like a woman gets mad at her husband, starts withholding sex. I mean, that's where they're withholding food. I can't. Okay, well, let's go. Okay, we're going to do something fun and positive. Before I get into that, oh my God, I got addicted. So my friend in LA said to me, do you ever watch The Americans? And I hadn't watched it. Have you watched it? Oh my God. Well, now it's on Netflix or Amazon or something.
Everybody says it's amazing.
Was that the last season?
This season is the last
this is, oh my God, I binge watched the whole thing. I couldn't stop. And now I'm out of stuff to watch. So they're only having one more season?
Yeah, but it's been on for like 5.
I didn't even know about it. I'm so crazy, stupid, busy, and have so much other important stuff like Housewives bullshit that I missed it. But I watched it. It is so good. Everybody should go and watch it, and maybe you'll get another season. I don't want it just to have an ending season. I want to keep doing it. I love it. Anyway, so now let's go to something lighthearted. Let's talk about the lowest hanging fruit in reality TV. The Housewives franchise. Oh, so here's the Orange County girls. Now, look what's going on with them. They've had a boob party because one of them had her boobs cut back. They're having a balls party because one of the husbands having his vasectomy. Vicky and Tamara are still fighting. Shannon hates Vicky more than she hates the mistress of her husband. And Shannon just slapped me. I really shouldn't have said that, but honestly, enough. Oh my God. And Shannon is not letting up. And I think she's going to go from being one of the most popular housewives to being not so well liked. Because at what point do you need to just let it go? Because I don't know what Vicky really did to her. I mean, she said that about her husband had beat her. Okay. Well, he didn't. Next. He didn't do it. Why are you feeding the story? You're feeding the story, bringing more attention to the story, putting more energy into it, and just whatever. I don't know.
Plus, they just can't let go of the fake cancer thing.
Oh, they still can't let go of the fake cancer. And you know what? I mean, Vicky, I'll always have some loyalty to her because she came to when she was first on TV, she came and walked the red carpet for our charity. And anybody that walks the red carpet for the charity for free, and you're a celebrity, just let me bow down to you now. However, of course, she probably liked the publicity too. I mean, let's not set that aside. But I'm still not sure that she really knew that he had the cancer. I kind of think she just turned a blind eye and really didn't want to know and was suspicious. I don't know, but other people say that the show, if you just watch the show, I think you could draw the conclusion she maybe knew, maybe she didn't know, not 100% sure. And even at the reunion when they say she admitted it, I don't know that she admitted that she knew he had cancer. I think she more admitted her part in the matter. But if you did all the social media and you followed all the blogs and you followed all their comments and all that, then you would conclude she knew, according to people that I know. But I don't follow all that. So for me, I don't know. I like to give people the jury of public opinion. I like to give people because I guess I'm married to Roy and I see people wrongly accused all the time, or I see where the punishment doesn't meet the crime. I'm always inclined to try to err on the side of giving someone the benefit of the doubt and saying, well, you really haven't walked in their shoes, unless they're just downright dark and evil, and then I just crush them. Then, Tardy to the Party's coming October the 6th on a Friday night. Our girl Kim, who also came to perform Don't Be Tardy to our charity event. That turned out to be something. She actually got nervous and wouldn't get on the stage, so we made her stand next to the DJ and lip sync it. Oh, it was just, it was really, really something. But anyway, God bless her. She came. She's a good sport. I like her. And then Real Housewives of Atlanta starts in November. Let's see what's going to happen there. Oh, I guess we'll hear all about what's her name's new husband who got married. Kenya. She got the new husband. Now I already heard someone's trying to spread a rumor that it's not a real deal or whatever. I don't know. I mean, you want to talk about not being real deals, and then you watch Miami, and then you're like, oh God, how many marriages are there that are fake? But then. I read yesterday somewhere on Twitter that, because I'm always on Twitter, if you want to talk to me, just tag me on Twitter. I'm there. What's her name? Sheree. Closed by Sheree, or whatever it was. She by Sheree. I'm rooting for her. Poor thing with the 2 kids and that abusive ex-husband of hers. Loser. She's apparently dating a guy in prison. So I just tweeted back, did she meet him through a potluck?
That's what I was going to ask.
And the thing is, I was just being sincere, and I got all people going, oh, that's shade, but I like it, keep serving it. I didn't mean it to be shade. I was like, how do you meet someone in prison if you're not hanging out at the prison, which you're not? You got to meet them through somebody. I mean, unless they're stalking you. Anyway, I mean, good for her. I don't care. I mean, but she should take a lesson out of the page of Phaedra, where she married the guy from prison, and look where that turned out. He didn't change his colors. He went back. There's a recidivism rate, and let's just hope that if she is dating this guy and anything comes of it, it's not another Phaedra story. I miss Phaedra on that show. I liked her. I think it was wrong that she made up that big story about Candy, but you know what? If you're going to set the standard for making up lies about people on these reality TV shows, I mean, I've got a list for you, and there won't be anybody left. Now let's go to me. Let's talk about Fabulous Me. So as I'm flipping out the last 2 weeks, the first week I got so many people talking about the iced tea. Well, I do have to have my iced tea. I mean, anyone that knows me knows I always have iced tea. And I'm like, if I don't have it, I just have to have it. I have jugs in my car, jugs in my kitchen, jugs in the refrigerator. And I think as growing up in the South, everybody just drank iced tea all the time. And so I always have to have my iced tea. So I got so many people saying, oh my God, you and that iced tea, but it's just really true. It makes me happy. Iced tea makes me happy.
It was funny because they repeated the show last week. Yeah. When you all went to Las Vegas at the pool party, you ordered iced tea.
See?
All making fun of you.
I always order iced tea. Oh, speaking of, oh God. Well, remind me, we'll go back to that. I forgot the marathon was on. Oh, okay. And so anyway, that was funny. And then I introduced Jeff and the team to Jackie, and this week we're going to go. We're all going and meeting in Orlando to see the Queen of Versailles 95,000 square foot $100 million mansion to determine whether or not Jeff is going to decorate it. And it is there is a scene. This producer and editor is brilliant, Billy. There's a scene of those Jeff and Gage and Megan. This is Megan's breakout week. Just park the car. She's amazing. The blonde, she's really sweet. And Jenny. And they're all in the car, and they're going to find a parking space at the airport not to miss the flight. They show me that one clip because they don't show me in advance. I don't ask, but they would if I asked, but I don't ask. It's like not my place. But anyway, they show me that scene. I'm telling you, I made them replay it 15 times. I was laughing so hard I thought I was going to cry. I was on the floor. It was so funny about them looking for the parking spot, and I was just like, oh my God, they are really they're just a comedy, The Circle. But watch for Megan Weaver. She's on Twitter now. I got her to hook back up on Twitter. She said, I'm on Twitter. I've never used it. I go, girl, get on Twitter. It's going to be a gift soon. It's going to be park the car. Anyway, so this week we'll see Jackie and her husband. Oh, and I talked to Jackie the other day, and she said, oh, Leah, call my husband. You know, he just adores you. He just loves you. And talk to him about Jeff doing the house, you know, and I forgot to call. You've got to remind me to call Jason. Oh, so let's go back to something serious now. Oh, God. What about this? Take a knee. Take a knee. This isn't the Nancy Kerrigan knee. Remember that from the Olympics where that girl whacked that girl's knee? Okay, so here's my opinion on this. You know, Trump is trying to twist this into they're not respecting the flag and the national anthem. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's about social injustice for black people in America that Kaepernick felt was being disrespected, or that they were being thrown in jail unfairly, or that, I mean, this is after a litany of like 20 black kids that were shot dead or hung themselves or killed in jail or whatever. So he just took a stand and said, you know, I'm standing up. I don't know if it was Tamir Rice or something that set him off. I'm going to stand up and take a knee that, you know, we need to bring attention to social injustice. That's all it was. It's all it was. Well, of course, the crazy hillbillies, that damn American flag and the apple pie and, you know, the guns and all that stuff, that crowd hopped on it, and the guy got fired. He was like a major player, and he lost his job over it. So now Trump, with all this bullshit about, I'm going to build this economy, the jobs, telling everybody to boycott the NFL. How is that going to help the economy? And why are you talking about it when these people are drowning in Puerto Rico and when there's a guy threatening us in North Korea? And why are we talking about this guy taking a knee? So in solidarity, most of the players, many of the players, and many of the owners, many of the white players as well, took a knee or they locked arms, and now they're asking the fans to lock arms in solidarity for social justice. So, you know, for me, I just think you're just making so much, he's trying to conflate it. He's trying to turn it into something that it's not. Don't be fooled. It's not about the American flag. If you've looked, there's 3 or 4 times when the anthem was playing when Trump wasn't saluting it and everybody next to him was saluting it, and they were having to nudge him to salute the flag. So it's not about the flag. I'm going to start singing the Star Spangled Banner like I did on Jeff's show. Oh, say, God, yes. Anyway, so now let's go to something else funny. Versace. How much do we love Versace? Remember when Gianni lived here and you guys may be too young.
No.
But everybody it is? Well, everybody used to go to all the parties, you know, and Thomas Kramer invited us to a couple of Versace parties, and then we got to know him, and we used to go to his parties, and everybody loved him, and he was a quiet, unobtrusive little guy. He just opened up his house for parties, and you meet the most interesting and fascinating people there. And then when he was shot and killed by what's that guy's name? It was just Andrew. Well, let's just Andrew. It was so devastating for the city and for the beach and for so many people that loved the Versace mansion. And then my friend Pete bought the Versace mansion, turned it into a bed and bath, and then Bart and G put the restaurant in there, and it's still there. I don't know if it's a bed and bath or you have to be a member. I got an honorary membership there. I got one of the memberships for like whatever amount of money. I'm not going to throw it out because you'll say, she is talking about that money again. But I got an honorary membership, so we used to go there, and it was just an amazing time in Miami. But anyway, so the sister, Donatella, has taken on this business, which everyone predicted was probably not going to really be a big deal. It was like, maybe she'll keep it afloat, you know? And she's really turned it into a huge brand. I see James has got on his Versace t-shirt. He's a Versace addict. I've got a bunch of those Versace pillows, and we've got Versace carpets, and I just loved him, and I bought some of it just out of respect for him. I remember when Jason Ben was running around town trying to sell his Versace's personal sofas, and I almost bought 2 of them, and then I decided that I didn't really know what to do with them, and I wish now I would have bought them. Yeah. They would have been just iconic pieces to have. But anyway, so Donatella, either her or somebody's very smart, brings back all the supermodels from back in the day. Carla Bruni, Claudia Schiffer, and then you've got Donatella there, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, and Helena Christensen. By the way, I think Naomi Campbell made that slapping and hair pulling thing popular. I think the Housewives are copying her. But anyway, the original Housewife. But isn't that a brilliant idea? Now, I don't know how old these women are. How old do you think they're in their 50s and 60s?
Probably in their 50s.
Yeah. Look how amazing they look. Oh my God, they look like 30. I would put them up beside today's models. I mean, it's just unbelievable how they look.
They would have been in their early 20s in the early 90s. So
yeah,
make them like
I mean 50s, either 50s. I don't know. Some of them. Oh well, now I know Cheryl Teagues. You know, I know her personally from LA. She still looks amazing too. She's beautiful and she's so sweet, and she's older than these girls. But still probably younger than me. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought I'd get a shameless plug in. I think they're all using my skincare. Somebody asked, they said, what do you use around the eye area? Someone sent in an email, and I said, well, let's just tell them we use the, first we put the serum on, and then we put the moisturizer on, which is guaranteed to increase the moisturization in your skin 500% within 7 days. So that's what we use. And that's why I don't have any lines and wrinkles on my eyes. Okay. So apparently Justin Timberlake is going to be performing at the Super Bowl. And this will be his first big performance since the big Janet Jackson nipple slip wardrobe malfunction. And I think she set a trend. How many people now do you see having these wardrobe malfunctions that happen to tweet it out and send it out and Facebook it out, try to get attention about their malfunctions? Oh, God. I mean, they make something out of nothing all the time. But anyway, and then James just tells me that Nest has come up with a new app. It's called Hello Doorbell. It's coming out the first of the year. And what that means, if someone punches your doorbell and it rings, you can look at the app and see who it is. And it even goes on before they punch the doorbell, so you can look and see who's coming up to your house. Do you know how much money that would save? Because all the houses that I know that have the visual, you know, where you can see who's coming, it costs a lot of money to wire all that in. Yeah. So what a brilliant idea. Of course, they have it after I've already paid for all my video cameras and stuff. You know, they couldn't have done it before. And then I hear that our girl, Julie Goldman, where she and Brandy Howard were the stars of the People's Couch, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be on the first episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, or Curb My Enthusiasm, or whatever it is. And that's huge. She's fabulous. She's going to be here November the 2nd for the Gay Event Pride Awards, the 5th annual Pink Flamingo Awards. We all went last year to support her. She's so hilarious. She'll follow you. Also, if you like politics, you should go watch the podcast Dumb Gay Politics and follow Mr. Julie Goldman and Brandy Howard on Twitter. But congratulations. She didn't tell me she was going to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know, she hadn't said much about it. She may be worried they're going to cut it out and she doesn't want, you know, that's going to be edited out.
The pilot. It's on IMDb.
So good for her.
She's going to play a character named Betty.
Betty? Okay, Betty. And then my quote. You know, my quotes of the week? Well, here's one for this week. Changing one's philosophies and changing one's principles are two very different things. And it's true, in my opinion. Changing one's philosophies and changing one's principles are two very different things. And they are. Okay, moving right along. Oh, I was going to show you guys my tweet of the month. You know, I don't know. I guess James gets this alert where whatever tweet I send out, gets the most for the month. This is the one. Oh, you looked at the analytics. Oh, God. Who wants to look at the analytics? He's good at it. If you want any social media in your life, just look up James Brown or email us at info@leahblack.com. He knows how to do everything. He's really good at all that stuff. hello@leahblack.com. We don't like doing all that. We just like dialing up him. Hey, what's the answer? Anyway, so my number one tweet of the last month was this sign near Palm Beach that says, Harry's Banana Farm will be hosting all canceled Mar-a-Lago charity events. I just retweeted it. It wasn't like my tweet, but I saw it. I thought it was just hilarious. Harry's Banana Farm will be hosting all canceled Mar-a-Lago charity events. Apparently, they lost like 57 out of 60 events or something in protest, you know. And now, oh my God, remember Lock Her Up Hillary over the email scandals? Yeah. Oh, which was not ever a scandal. It was never anything. It was the Republicans trying to make her look bad. She used a private email in a private server that was secured. And so it really wasn't a big deal. And people in the past had done it, and no one ever said anything about it. Well, now the entire Trump hierarchy is doing it, and no one's saying anything about it because everyone's always done it. They just turned it into some big lock her up mantra on Hillary, and now I could care less that Ivanka, and Jared, and 4 other top people in the administration are using their private emails. But the hypocrisy, after spending months and years, they put a whole committee together and then they investigated everything and they're using our tax dollars to come up with there's nothing wrong. And then they use that to get into the whole, the private server, they use that to get into the Benghazi deal. It just went on and on and on. And now all the Trump people at the top are using private emails. The hypocrisy, and no one's like saying anything. It was on page 18 of the New York Times when they found out Hillary was using a private email, which the only reason they found out was they were investigating another stupid ruse called Benghazi that they found no wrongdoing on. And then all of a sudden they find out, oh, that was on an email. Well, let's go down that path, you know. And let's remember Trump's first thing as president, when he went in to bomb that area, one of our Navy SEALs was killed. And you don't hear anything about it. But when the ambassador was killed in Benghazi, based on decisions he made, not the State Department, they advised him not to go there, she gets the rap for it. The hypocrisy in Washington is just too much for me. I'm on whoever is right. You know, I'm not on your side because you're a Democrat, an Independent, or Republican, or a man or a woman. I'm on your side because it's right. It's the right thing to do. And everybody should just start doing that. But they just see everything through this, if I think someone does something wrong and they're a Democrat or someone I voted for, I'm the first one to tell. We supported John Edwards. When I found out he had that affair on his wife, you don't even want to know how it went off on him. So it's not about that. But what's right is right. This double standard is just not right. But anyway, that's that. So we have 5 minutes left. Questions. Oh my God. So we get questions every week on info@leahblack.com. hello@leahblack.com. See, I have to have a social media team. I can't, I don't answer them all because we just keep a list of them. And I'm always going to answer them, but then we always run out of time because we have so much else to gossip about. So the boys made a list of them, and I'm going to go through them. I haven't seen the list yet. I tell them just to go pick them, make a random list of all of them. What was it like filming Flipping Out? Oh, well, it's like hanging out with my neighbors. I mean, it was just like sorority, you know? Yeah, I mean, it was like, this was not a big deal. I forgot the cameras were there, obviously, a few times. Why don't you have a radio show? Oh, that's a good idea. I should have a radio show. I'd be good on a radio show, as long as I could change my name, wear a wig, and get security. What would we talk about? Politics, pop culture, gossip, celebrity gossip, inside stories, scoops. I could get all my scoop between the people I know at TMZ and the people that I know at E and the people that producers I know in the industry. Oh my God, think about the gossip I could drum up if I really, really worked at it. Ooh, I could be the new Perez Hilton. Whose side were you on, Jeff or Gage? I'm assuming that's when they were maybe going to get split up.
Well, when they're spatting. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I wasn't really on either side because I know Jeff's heart. And I know he comes across brash and, you know, all of that. But Gage knows that's how he is too. So it's kind of like the guy crying wolf, you know what I mean? So I wasn't on anybody's side. I did think Jeff was a little hard on Gage, and I do think Gage doesn't get all the credit that's due him based on his contribution sometimes. But he knows what he's contributing, and Jeff knows what he's contributing, and everyone else knows what he's contributing. So, you know, that's my thought on that. Why don't you have your own reality show? I do. I am a reality show.
You're watching it right now.
It's just, you're watching it now. I am a reality show. It's just no one's filming it. I mean, hello? My life didn't change with the cameras around. Whatever. How many dogs do I have? I have 4. After Leroy died, I said I would never get another dog because I cried myself so sick when Juice died. I had to go to the hospital and get hydrated for dehydration. Then when Leroy died, I said, that's it. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And then, of course, my little boy, RJ, when he was about 5 or 6, he had to have a dog. And so then it started all up again. So now I've got 4. Baby, Buddy, which is Freda's dog that the guys gave her. And then there's Wolf, which is RJ's main dog. He's a Belgian Malinois, like the police dog type. And then I have, I have a terrier. And he's a terror. She's a terror. Oh my God, she's like the instigator of the whole house.
Little Black has his.
Little Black is on Twitter and Instagram. Little Black at Little Black Miami. James set that up too. Oh God, I need to go look and see what they're tweeting about over there. Little Black and his little paws. He's so cute. And then, do you think the U.S. is helping Puerto Rico enough? No. Everybody talks about your Hollywood parties. How do you know all these people you invite? Oh, I just meet them. I just meet them. Like one day, I'm just walking out on Rodeo Drive. I see a guy with a big, huge Birkin bag that was all like diamond studded. I went up and just met him and collected him. And then I'm hiking up the hill with Monique one day. I meet my neighbor. I meet him, and then I know Jeff, and I tell him to come. And then I don't know how did I meet Watch Right Crappens. I think Sarah introduced me to them to do their podcast, and then I invite them over. And then Amy Phillips, when I met her on Watch What Happens Live, and she was imitating me, and she was scared to death I was going to be mad at her. I was like, oh, go do it. I could care less. When I'm in LA, I'm going to invite you to my party, and I did. And she was like, I can't believe it. Everyone always says they're going to invite me, and they never do. I'm like, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I just do it unless I forget. So I just meet people and collect them. I don't know. How do I meet all these people?
Dog, they can't see baby, and everyone's kind of freaking out about that.
Come here.
He was sleeping.
You're sleeping.
Oh,
That's why we have it.
I'm sorry I woke you up. Tell me we're out of time. We'll quit doing questions. Okay. Is it true your husband is representing BuzzFeed? Yes. You know the BuzzFeed dossier that came out about the Russians' intelligence doing all this intelligent collecting or counterintelligence on Trump, and the BuzzFeed printed this dossier, and now of course someone that they quoted in the article is suing BuzzFeed, and my husband's representing them. So let's see if they really did have those golden showers. We'll find out. Oh, let's see. Are you friends with Lisa Vanderpump? Yes, I am. It says, I saw her holding a post of her holding your dog. Oh, that was her holding this little dog. Yeah, I'm friends with her. I think I might have sent that post out for happy birthday for her birthday was recently. And I'm friends with her husband, and I support them, and she's always been very supportive of me. Are we out of time?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll draw the line. Look how many questions. I mean, you just keep coming and coming and coming. Okay, so guys, next week, what are we going to talk about? Me, because I'll be on Flipping Out Thursday night. That's tomorrow night at 9 Eastern Time. If you have something else to do and you can't watch it, be sure you TiVo it and you watch it within 3 days, because the ratings were up last week.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be up this week, but you got to TiVo it and watch it because I want them to have a successful show, because I really like all the people over there. I really do. They're really good people. So I'm hoping you'll support Flipping Out this season and next season too. I'm sure they'll get it. In fact, I think they may have already had it. I don't know. They'll probably be on next year too. All right, guys. So I had fun. Remember Puerto Rico, if there's anything you can do, $5 or some phone calls or people you know that have resources, let's get it. Do what?
Call your Congress.
Yeah, call your Congress and tell them to release get rid of that law and let them have all the boats in the Caribbean Sea go down and rescue and help. Okay?
Tell people to search resist bot. and it's an automated text message robot that you can text and tell them what you want it to tell your senator or your congressman, and it'll automatically do it for you. It takes like 2 minutes.
What's it called? Resist bot. Well, Resist bot. I'll be on there all the time because I got a lot of stuff I want to tell those senators, all of them. And she persisted. That's me. Okay, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Because say bye, little Black. I'm sorry I woke you up. Bye.